Hello, dear Judo friends. Video number 14 of Yidaki Masterclass. It's about energy, your personal energy. Let me jump right into it with two examples. They inspired me to make this video. I have a very good friend. He wrote me, this will be the last email, most probably, I will get from him in life, because he has lost his will to live. He's very sick for many weeks now. I am not allowed to go in details. Doesn't matter also. And he expects not to be around for very much longer on this planet. Let me repeat this one phrase. He wrote he lost his will to live. We jump into the other example. Today, a very nice man who wrote me an email, he bought my course, Traditional Didgeridoo, so I am fulfilling here my promise to give everybody who bought my courses for download, to give advice and feedback. And he asked specifically for feedback about some tunes he did put on Facebook, in Treadsticks group, Yeah, and I monitored his tunes already in the last days, and I had always the same impression, the first impression. Good playing, good rhythm, everything fine, but a lack of confidence. But more than that, there's no voice. A bit of voice, but not really a voice. I mean, in traditional playing, as you know, there's always a voice, and in most cases a strong, confident voice. It's like a ditch in a ditch, a Yidaki in a Yidaki. Let me just demonstrate. A drone without voice is very fine, but kind of naked. I make it now without voice. And yeah, there's, in the traditional sense of playing, half of the sound missing. Okay, now I come to the point of this video. First, this was supposed to be a video about voice, not the technical side. For this, you please buy my course for download, courses. Not the technical side, but yeah, I come to that now. There is a scene in a movie from, what was the director's name? Luc Besson, I think was. And the movie was Deep Blue or something. It's about deep sea diving as a competition and two friends. And one of those two main actors, he has this line in the movie where he also has problems to live anymore. He's young and fit and everything, but he says to his girlfriend to come up to the surface from a diving session. To come up, you have to have a reason. And he says, this gives me problems. I cannot find a reason. So he wants to stay down there in the deep sea with his friends, the dolphins. and not come up again. So if you put those three things together, a man who lost his will to live, a man who does not, though he plays very good Yidaki already, but he does not use his voice, very little bit. And this information, you gotta have a reason to do things. Yeah. So if you combine this, you see it's at a point it begins not to be a question of technique. So this player I am talking about, he knows how to use the voice. I heard him playing with voice sometimes, a very little bit of voice, but the technical thing is not the main problem. The problem might be I cannot speak for him, but it might be he did not see the importance of using the voice in traditional playing. But maybe he has the same reason like I have, and more so. In my, let's say, first 10 years of Yidaki playing, I had no problem using the voice, but I used it not enough. I mean, I was smacked around by many people all the time. You don't use your voice enough. It has to be meaner. It has to be louder, like that. Yeah, right. So I learned it. But in the next 10, or let's say the last 5 years, a burnout kicked in, and it came slowly but sure, and it stayed. So for years I'm in a constant burnout situation. And to use your voice when making music, especially Yidaki music, you have to have a reason. The reason before was you gotta do it. It has to be there, and it has to be good. But if you lack energy, there it comes again, the word of this video. If you don't have it, you can't use it. And what takes away your energy? Many things. In my case, a workload that you wouldn't believe, and it's good that you wouldn't believe it. Also, in life, not everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time, and if it comes together, it's an explosive mixture, and it definitely takes energy off you. And then, if it stays for too long, this lack of energy, you get used to it. You manage it somehow, and it gets even worse, but you don't realize it first. So what I'm talking about is when you take your beloved Yidaki and you feel, I don't have a reason anymore to use my voice, and strongly. For that you have to be on. But if the only thing you want is sleep, or doing nothing, or play with your daughter, and that's it. Have a peaceful, quiet time. Then, if somebody comes, somebody like me, and says to you, hey, you gotta use your voice, and more strongly, please, yeah? You play traditional, don't forget. Then things become complicated, I guess. I think I said it all. There's everything in this video now, in this content, you need to know. You know now There has to be a voice in traditional playing, and it has to be strong and kind of mean and self-confident and full of energy, like your whole drone. The problem is to how to establish this energy. For me, the Yidaki is like it shows you every time you start to play it. In every second you play it, it shows you how you are on now. Do you have energy? How much you have? For me also this is fairly new now since this corona shit. I lost not only my two professions that I'm not allowed to do anymore for a long time now and for months to come, but that was a collateral damage of it. The goals I had for the next year, the next years, this year, everything is gone. And this drags me down, and so I have problems to put the right kind of energy into the Yidaki playing. And I know very much about how to dope yourself up, let's say in a tuition session where you can show I have not enough energy here. People, you gotta understand. They don't understand. If somebody is not in this problem zone of having enough energy, you cannot understand. So every sympathy comes from me to everybody who has a problem to use his voice with energy in Yidaki playing. In a modern society and those modern times, it's very easy to not have this kind of energy. On the other side, if you have it at least days and days sometimes, it's a nice experience, and you see, there's a life about this and behind all this energy robbing these things. Yeah, I guess I said it all. It's not easy to play Yidaki real good with the proper energy, especially for a modern person living in the modern times in this society. Yeah, but I guess it's worthwhile to find your energy sources again. Okay, see ya.